cars. Here we go. There we go. So we're off onto just the start of our session 2 of ANZCRL Combined Racing League's Daytona 24 hours. We just had a little bit of a glitch getting signed in with the account. And we're just on board with SSHADZZ at the moment. And in the commentary doing the cameras, we have got Uncrewed Squid. And also in the commentary we have Dark Racing 40.
Howdy.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Yes, look, it's all started here, and probably the most exciting time of the. I think it's the most exciting time of the race when we're going through that transition from afternoon to night time. So it should be really exciting. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, plenty of action. So what we've seen, we've just sort of missed how it's all started, but they've all went out in a formation lap after the first session and after the time compressions, and they've all had a time where they've had to circulate with their pit limiter on over a certain amount of time that they've been allocated, and once that time has been exhausted they were able to release their pit limiter, so it gave the gaps that they finished the race after the compression from the first session. So we're all pretty much live with the live results right now as we're looking at it. So yeah, buckle in for 2 hours, get comfortable, and we'll try and keep it entertaining for you all watching.
So it's interesting to watch. I think the gap from SSHADZZ to Sato was about 12 seconds at the start, but Sato looks like he's clawed about 4 seconds in there, if my maths are correct, which someone probably needs to check. But
sorry about that. I think what it'll be as well, when we have that time, that would be actually a standing time, and because they're rotating still at that 60 kilometres an hour, it probably will be reduced a little bit, I'd say. So there is a little bit of a benefit with the constant rolling at 60 kilometres an hour with the pit limiter on instead of standing still. So
yeah, which is, look, I mean, we're seeing Sato start to. I think start to have a bit of a charge. He's keen. I would say he'd be very keen to get on the back of SSHADZZ as quickly as possible. So I think this will probably be a really entertaining battle. Exciting to see.
Definitely why the sun's there. He'll be really trying to put in those fast times and get to the tail of him and see what happens during the night.
So Lloydie appears to be complaining that the stream keeps dropping. Can you change the quality of the video? Well, it appears to be good on my end, Lloydie, so it might be just your end, mate, unfortunately. So we'll see how it goes from there, mate.
Yeah, fingers crossed that the stream stays nice for everyone to be able to see how it happens. And as we said, we're finishing this session at the wee hours of 3 o'clock in the morning in game.
Ridiculous.
After 2 hours of these guys racing, so it should be very entertaining to see how it finishes.
Who's Lloydie actually racing with? Who's his teammate today?
Yeah, well, Lloydie is racing with Dado Racer.
He's racing with Dado. He's got a good teammate there. There he is. Car looks straight, Lloydie, so that's a good start considering we are 6 minutes in. And I think from memory, Lloydie's actually picked that paint job himself. He's gone with the McLaren Orange, I believe. Is that correct?
Oh, it is a McLaren Orange, but it's actually Dado's same car that he ran last year.
Ah, right.
So I think, Dado's car.
Stand corrected. But I do know that there is an extra large mirror in this one, and that was a specific request from Lloydie. So he can continue to check his eyebrows while driving. So just a little bit of an insight on how these guys operate. Right on the edge.
Yeah, nice one. I've just sent you a thing on Facebook there, Messenger, Ben, with the order of the guys with who's in what.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we've got Metal Drive 05 was my teammate. He's my teammate in the number 92 Premier Motorsport car. He's leading the GTE's battle at the moment, and it looks like he's only got a roughly a 5-second lead in front of Hyperjuice. So Hyperjuice started about 16 seconds behind, so he's made up a bit of time. in these first opening stages of the race this session.
Yeah, that's really good progress, actually. That's doing a great job there.
And just saying that, it looks like actually RSJ has actually come through.
Up into 8th. There's a bit of action
Yes,
happening at
that's,
the back here as well.
Second in class, yeah.
Now, what's going to happen here? This looks like
Freight's got a good
he's got a good run. Yeah. Oof. It's early days, boys.
Early days, but
So
Freight Trainer had some steering trouble in the first session, which he was leading the GTE class for the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
And that's it. He did a strong lead at the front there for quite a while, and then made one mistake in one lap, and then made another, and all of a sudden he went from first to basically last in 2 laps.
It's so easy to do.
That's
It's a really long, it's a really long game, this one. And he looks like he's got some pace in that bloody Porsche. He's pulled away, hasn't he?
And that's it. I wonder if he's running a bit lighter here, maybe trying to get away from here.
Yeah, most of these guys will be aiming for one stop in this 2-hour session, around the hour mark, the GTE cars. So you've got to do a bit of fuel management to be able to reach that hour.
Okay,
Whereas we're probably looking at 2 pit stops for the LMP2s, or 2 or 3, maybe 3. pit stops.
2. You should be doing 2 pit stops for the LMP2 cars. If you're doing 3, then something's gone wrong.
Is that right? So the
really
GTEs
like this,
are looking at just one stop, is that right? That's fantastic.
Well, depending on the car, that's the thing. So I think some cars, you could, like the BMW, that should easily make the hour, do the 1 stop and then go again. The Ford, don't know.
They're heavy.
And the Porsche, I don't know either. It's like,
Yeah,
because unfortunately the stream finished at the end. I couldn't see if any of the Porsches had to pit at the end. So,
well, I can tell you now, after being the driver of the winning Porsche in the first session, we didn't have to pit, but that was a bit of fuel management as well through the middle half of the session.
So the Porsche is borderline of getting there. So,
but I'm thinking this 2-hour session, without having that second, we had a formation lap obviously at the first of the race, the start of the race, and taking away that you don't have to do another formation lap halfway through this race, probably might see it just getting there.
Well, even if we just have a look at this, so metal drive, 80 litres on there, and RSJ 72, so almost 7 litres. If they've, we're making some assumptions, but if they've started the same level, that Ford is chewing juice.
I'll just let you know what we've got here is the Porsche can get 95 litres as a full tank.
Right.
And the Ford is an 88 litres, so it's not as big as tank.
Right.
And the BMW is 101 litres, so they're going to be a little bit different.
Yeah,
side by side here. Oh, there's a bit of touching. Is he going to... I'd throw it in there.
Who's that?
Throw it in there.
Also,
that's nice. Oh, here we go. A bit of LMP as well. Action. I love it, don't
that's
you?
number 35, so that's Jetto.
Jetto's
with the 35 Oak.
It's playing down on the yellow line too. You don't want to be there. RSJ. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's really caught up onto the back of Metal Drive.
Oh, he's throwing a late break in there. I can sense a bit of action here. This is Metal Drive probably won't want to give this up too easily. But that Ford's got some bit of pace on it.
Yeah, but it's also it's a long race, so you don't want to be having fights right now, potentially damage the car. So
absolutely.
Sometimes it might be worth just to let him go and just sit behind him for a couple of laps.
Yep. Yeah, spot on. Save some fuel in the draft.
That's it. Make him use the fuel up. So
yeah, but it looks like he's keen. He's keen. Metal's not keen, are they? He's going. Yeah, lovely. Oh, he's giving him some room. Put the boot in, mate. Keep it going. Ah, smart.
Yeah, he's just
backed out of it.
Back in, so
yeah, smart.
Lloyd is asking who's running in third.
Lloyd, it is the got Gecko at the moment.
Yeah, Gecko in the number 2 NVRR racing team, and he's partnering up with Aussie Carters Aussie car has finished that session in third, the first session.
Oh, that's
So
fantastic.
he's,
A great result, that is.
just holding place at the moment, and he hasn't really dropped from the leaders. He had a 20-second wait time. Looks like he's only 24 seconds off the leaders at the moment.
Well, this gap between first and second has really dropped down, and we're looking at 3.4 seconds here, and the fuel balance is about the same. SSHADZZ has probably got a touch less, but there is this is on up the front, 3 seconds. But what is going back up here? Metal is close. I don't think he's given up on this one, guys.
No, I think he'll just finding himself into the race, get comfortable. And as we've found out with that first session, I think at the end of the first session, Night Pegasus ended up being 3 laps down of the LMP2 cars, and with the time progression that came into effect, he ended up only being 1 minute 14 off the lead. So these guys sort of know that they can keep on the same lap, on the lead lap, they'll be a bit further down, but they don't have to go hell for leather at the start. It's a 2-hour session, just play it safe.
Yeah, a lot more strategic.
And, definitely. And if they can finish on the same lap, you're probably only looking about 20 seconds off the lead instead of what's the minute 42 or something, minute 43. The GTs do a lap. So
yeah, it's pretty quick, isn't it?
And Nürburgring appears to have received a penalty. His name's on red now, so
yeah, it might have been on slowing down. Maybe cutting the bus stop and not slowing down, maybe.
That's it, yeah. Potentially 1 second penalty, but that's alright. It's a long race.
So maybe we should just run through the list here. So SSHADZZ obviously just out at front there on lap 9.
And he's a 2-time champion as well. He's going for 3 straight in this event. And he's actually teamed up with Lof Finish. And he's still got his old faithful, the number 51 Cobell Motorsport.
Yep. So Lof's doing the Sunday sessions. That's correct, isn't it?
Yes, he'll be doing both sessions tomorrow.
Yep. And
Lof has been
got some pace too.
During practice.
Yeah, I heard about that. Looks bloody good. And then they
are just coming up to lap 1 of the GTEs, but we've got in second there we've got Sado 15, and he's teaming up with his good mate Lockie 55s, and they're in the number 3 JP Simshed Ligier. And Lockie's been setting their lap times fire. I think he did a 32, a low 32 in practice.
Yeah, wow, great sort of time.
So they're definitely got a lot of pace in that car. So they're trying to do JP Simshed proud in this event here over on Xbox. So yeah. And then in third, we had a little look before at third. It's was Aussie Cardias and got Gecko, with Gecko in at the moment. And they're in the number 2 NVRR racing team.
And then we slide on down to Dado in the burnt orange, McLaren orange LMP. Looking bloody good.
Yeah.
With the massive mirrors inside. So that is looking good.
I think Dado might be getting a little bit distracted with that, just because Lloydie wants those big mirrors in, just so he can make sure his hair looks good and everything like that.
Absolutely.
So
well,
could be a bit distracting.
Well, I think we saw that at Le Mans. If I'm happy to be corrected, but it's a danger zone, especially in the glint of the lights in this type of race.
That's it. You come up behind him, and then there's a bright light reflecting, and then you realise it's coming off his mirror.
Yeah, and look, the feedback's been provided, but Lloydie, it's part of his contract. He wants the extra size mirrors. It's the hair, but also, more importantly, the eyebrows. It's really where he gets a lot of his speed from. So it's
she's got those speed eyebrows. Apparently, they're the new in thing.
That's right.
So yeah, they're in that number 11 K-Max Motorsport. So Dado's there, hoping to try and get up into podium. And now we've got Nürburgring. He's new to our ANZCRL Combined Racing League group. He's joined in, and
That's
he's having a good
fantastic.
run. He's doing solo, so
Yeah.
he's up for
Is that
a full
right?
6 hours.
Shit.
Yeah, so he's
I mean,
given it a big
yes.
go,
Yeah.
and he's in that number 68 team Redline, and yeah, he's got his pace around the, I think what was it, around the 35s, I think 34, 35s.
Yeah,
We know-
35, 36s.
35s. Yeah, so that's reasonable.
Well, that's
if he can
winning
keep that
pace
up.
in enduro. Absolutely. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then,
And then,
we head
next-
down to Gear 3 Gaming. The old baked bean boy. I think.
Yeah.
The beans, man.
Just
Bean boy.
there's
a lot
a
there.
whole lot of beans.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so those backfires could be just him wearing off a little bit of those beans that he's
That's
consumed this morning. And, the number 43 RGR Sport.
Well, I hope
And
he's.
he's teaming with our fellow commentator here with Dark Racing.
Well, I hope he's
that's it.
taking precautions before getting in the car after the beans, because
Yeah. I'm going to put in air freshener in the car.
at least put a towel down or something, because well, he's locked inside front there. It looks fine, but he's a young guy. He's a quick guy, and when he puts it all together, he's well and truly on the pace. He's just going a little bit wide there though. It's very good. And then we run over to Jetto, and that is a
he's,
very
the Dago paint.
looking good paint job.
Yeah, the number 35 Oak Racing. So
Yeah.
Nightmix has had a few little problems at the start. We're thinking that maybe he's tuned in, load up properly or something. So
Oh yeah, that's frustrating.
he was one that found himself about 3 laps down in the race, but came out with a time compression at 1 minute 14 behind.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's good.
so he's still on the same lap, and
Yeah.
Jetto, what's he off the lead about a minute? So he's actually gained about 14 seconds there.
No, that'll be good for
From
their
the
confidence
start.
then. So.
So Jetto's showing a lot of pace.
He's doing a great job, and then we move
Has,
on to RSJ. Oh, yep, sorry,
Has
mate.
God Gecko seemed to fix their issue with their car from the previous session where their car wasn't going as fast? I'll have to say
They only
so.
had 3
Not too sure.
They only
I'll
had
have to
3
say
wheels,
so.
I heard. So
Nah,
Actually, the floor,
the
yeah.
car
Yeah,
was
maybe they
maxing
bolted
out.
on the 4th wheel and it's going all right. Yeah.
Yeah, the car was 30 kilometres down top line speed, so I'm assuming it is because he's holding third quite well. So
30 kilometres.
yeah, 30 kilometres down.
Yeah, well they run.
Yeah, so
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. And we got RSJ there. Just punching
RSJ,
through.
yeah, he's in the number 15 team FVU Racing, and he's partnering with his other mate, or should I say racer in crime. He's right, so they seem to always team up together.
Oh
right,
yes,
so and RSJ.
yeah.
Partners
That's a
in
good looking
crime.
car, that one too. That
A
looks nice
dynamic
paint
duo.
job,
In crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a good job. So yeah, they've got a pretty fasty car. It was very on edge at practice there on Friday night. I mean on Thursday night, but it looks like they've settled down the back of the car and got a bit more stable, and they've got that constant pace now.
No, that's good.
Consistent.
It'll be interesting to see as the fuel comes off too, if we see much of a change in the car handling, because
There was definitely a change in their tyres in that first session that we did, which was during the day.
right, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to back it off for about 15 minutes or so, just for it to stabilise, and
Is that
then
right?
got back on it.
Got back on,
yeah,
yeah.
the pressure's got a bit too high, I think, just because of the temperature in the day.
But Woody, I
But,
know how you drive, mate. You don't back off at all. You just keep it pinned to the floor, mate.
Well, there was a little bit of oversteer, bit of catching, bit of opposite lock in the steering into the first corner for over a few laps. So
What you were born to do.
So it was
Born to do it.
Lloydie's
Heart-
saying that it's close
heart
between
in my mouth.
God Gecko and Datto. He seems looking pretty close there in the times.
That is true. Yeah,
it's
we're keeping an eye on that.
SSHADZZ pretty close, but we've also
Yeah.
got Metal Drive. He's my teammate in
Yeah.
the number 92 Premier Motorsport Porsche.
Not a scratch
And,
on it either. Look at it.
No, he's doing a great job, and this basically was what it looked like if this coverage went right through the first session with the Hyperjuice right behind.
Yep.
But obviously it would have been during the day. Hyperjuice was on the back of my tail for the first half, and then he overtook me, and then he basically led for about 20 minutes until I got him with about 10 minutes to go.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
And only because he had to do a splash and dash because he was actually crunching through the fuel a little bit too hard in
Oh, here we
the
go.
BMW.
What's happening here? That's That has slowed quite dramatically.
Maybe he had a slow down penalty, but I would have just kept going. But no red.
Yeah.
It's very
Okay.
slow.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then what do we got after that? We got probably Freight Trainer.
We got Metal.
It's probably next on the...
Yeah, Freight. There he is.
Freight's in the other Porsche.
It's in the,
we missed Hyperjuice, didn't we?
Oh, we did, actually. Yeah, there he is.
So
Actually, there he is.
Hyperjuice.
In the 25.
With Magic Hen. A Magic Hen and a phone number after that gamer tag. So it's something like 4858998. So if you're after a good time, please dial that number. And, so number 25, BMW Team RL. Yeah, they're...
looks bloody quick.
Shane last year with AJ. AJ took the BMW to victory in the GTE class.
That's it.
Last year.
Yeah, drove Taipan in the Ferrari.
Taipan.
Yep, that's it.
That's right,
And that was because he was able to make the last session without pitting, whereas the Ferrari had to have a little splash and dash, I think.
Right, okay. We're keeping out of the traffic here. And then we head on down to Highlander. Here he is. In the traditional EcoBoost Ford. That looks...
Yeah, in the Chip Ganassi.
Yeah.
And he had some unlucky, he couldn't make the first session as planned because he had some issues with the internet. So we were lucky to get Timmy 82 to come in. So they're a 3-car team actually this
weekend.
Event.
Right, yeah.
This weekend, yeah.
Amazing.
So we got Simo Racing to do some sessions, do the 2 sessions tomorrow. So they should be a team to really look out for because Simo is a very fast driver.
That's it.
So as long as Highlander can keep this thereabouts and keep it on the same lap, I'm sure that they'll be in for a really good shot.
That's it. Well, the track's starting to get a bit darker now, so trying to see the apexes and a couple of these corners is going to become a little bit more difficult. Especially when you come down to the bus stop, because that's not lit up at all. So
and it changes the dynamic of the race absolutely. And the gas 1112. He's obviously new to the group. I haven't seen him before, but he's chipping away.
And he's also in the number 40 pin Electrons Motor Racing, and he's teamed up with Par.
Okay.
6.
Yep.
Number of the Devil, so you never know what they've got in store, especially during night. So they could come on strong. I believe Par might be driving in the early hours of the morning during the 3rd session.
Wow. Yep.
When we start at 9 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And we do another 2-hour session, but that session's actually from 3 o'clock in the morning in game time all the way to 1 p.m. in the afternoon in game.
Yeah, that's a horror
final
stretch.
session. Yeah, and then we'll have our final session, which is a 1-hour session, which will be 2 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and in game it will be obviously 1 till 3. So, and that will be the full simulation of the 24 hours. Oh, this is a good view.
Yep.
On board.
And here's Dado, he's just punching it through.
Currently running 4th. Chasing down Got Gecko.
Yeah, it looks like he's making some ground on him. Now Dado's racing with Lordy, is that correct?
that is correct.
Yeah, so Lordy will be absolutely watching this with one eye on the mirror and one eye on this replay, on this stream.
On stream, that's it.
And absolutely looking at this. Look at this. He's closing up on him.
Those fours are very noisy, aren't they?
They are, look at that. Punches past him there.
Just,
takes it inside.
Yeah.
Hopes he sees him.
Taking RSJ. And I'm sure RSJ is a very mindful driver, so he knows where everyone is all the time. So
Absolutely.
he'll be pretty safe with RSJ.
Now, it might be me. It might be me, but I reckon I reckon Dado might be short shifting here a little bit because just watching the lights there, he might be saving some fuel. Just have a look when he goes into the infield there.
Yeah, it looks like it from what I'm seeing on the stream. He's short shifting a bit. You can say if you do short shift it at those points of the lights, you can get an extra lap out of the car, which I did earlier. So
I think also your horsepower in these two are sort of around that as they go up to your final lights. I think you need to sort of change them in between there and not run them all the way up to the very full.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't run them up for too long.
Nah, in the lower gears, you don't really need to shift it that high, but I think if you want to get really max speed between 5th and 6th, you need to rev it a little bit more. But yeah.
So you just run a bit deep there.
Considering Lloydie seemed to have one of the fastest cars in a straight line last session, because that thing was pulling 215 without a tow, it was quite surprising.
Wow.
So
yeah, it's amazing.
So we got
315.
Got a few comments here from the chat. Lloyd is saying the car looks glued, and he's also saying
definitely.
this is the only car to watch.
Of course it is, Lloyd. I can almost see the shiny pearls of your teeth shining in the mirror here, coming off the reflection from the pits.
Let's have a look here, and I'll tell you what, the gap was closing on SSHADZZ and Sado, but it's just sort of bouncing around a bit.
It's stabilised out, mate. Maybe they got to the point and gone, alright, well, it's just time to do laps now. That might be the point in the race.
Yeah, let's have a look here.
What, we're about
up to.
Nearly about
28 minutes in.
Yeah, it's about nearly an hour and a half to go, so long race.
28 minutes, that didn't take long, did it?
How many beers have you had by now?
In terms of the stream, I've had 2, but I've had probably... Actually, I won't tell you how many I've had. So
so the number is higher than 4.
We will leave...
Sado's just making a little bit of mistake.
We'll keep it on Sado for a couple of minutes, just while I...
get another beer.
I've got a couple of things there. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, but I won't do a darkie and leave the microphone on.
Yeah, all right.
It looks nice and smooth there.
We'll leave it on Saturday because it'd just be interesting just to see how he's going, because he has had a tendency to just push that little bit too hard sometimes and run off the track.
That's it.
And we can see Got Gecko's only 32 seconds behind, so Sado doesn't want to find himself going off for a bit of a spin, because Gecko will be right on him.
That's it. Doing laps is the name of the game for this session and the next session. It's all to play for in the final session tomorrow, so...
It's all about the third session to just get that ticket for the final hour.
That's it.
Ugh. And hopefully it's looking good for Jetto at the moment. And what is he, minute 12 off? So he's just holding that gap that he started off with.
Yeah, they all seem to be sort of holding the gaps to the leaders a bit. They're dropping a little bit, but not a lot. So we'll see how we go.
The biggest mover at the moment was RSJ in the GTEs. He went from 3rd to 1st. So
that's it. So we'll see if he can stay there.
Done pretty good. But SSHADZZ is still doing the 35s, mid 35s.
Yeah, that's
laps.
pretty good. Track temp will be dropping down too now, so track's going to be getting colder, tyre pressure will be getting colder, grip will be disappearing quicker. If he's running 35s consistently, he's really got that Nissan's already hooked up. And
yeah, the car looks...
We've probably got another 15 minutes roughly before they're going to start looking at pitting. Maybe another 12 minutes or so.
40-minute mark is basically the pit window. Round about then is the pit window for the LMP2 cars. So around the 35 minutes.
What sort of fuel are these burning a lap? They must be, because it's
about 2 points, between 2.5 to 2.9. It's just under 3 litres. Unless you've got aero and things, but yeah, you're just under 3 litres a lap. So.
Okay.
Yeah, our numbers that we're looking for the Porsche, I think we're about 2.7.
Yeah.
That'll get us through with a bit to spare.
For the full session?
Just for an hour.
Yeah, okay, yep.
To be able to make the hour. Yeah. So Metal Drive could be just driving to those numbers at the moment. That's why he's dropped off, and maybe having the same sort of issues as what I experienced, where the tyres, the rear tyres just seem to just go off a little bit, just over pressurise a bit, and as the fuel load drops out, it just seems to come back to us. So
yeah, so maybe just got to run some laps and then we'll come back. So we'll see how it all goes.
Yeah, and here's someone that I want to have a look at as well, is Highlander, because he's slowly making getting closer anyway to Metal Drive.
Absolutely. There's a bit of a personal interest in this one.
And here comes SSHADZZ.
Shad's on the back of that. Shad's going to throw it down the inside there.
No, that's not what he's
But
really
look at that.
going to want.
Look
what
at
he's
that.
saying.
Ooh, that's a big close-up.
We had a hairy moment in session 1 there where I was following actually Hyperjuice, and we had Lloydie come through, and right behind Lloydie was Gear 3 Gaming, and they all come through us at the bus stop. It was pretty hairy, but it was very good driving by everyone. And it would have been, that was after the stream was had been disconnected, which was unfortunate because I'm sure they probably would have caught that because we were in a big battle, me and Hyperjuice.
Yep, that's it.
Like this now that we're watching right now between Highlander and my teammate Metal Drive.
Well, I know that Lloydie in traffic, amazing. That guy is... ooh, here we go, look at this.
Yeah, he's just ran wide. Yeah, it's given that Highlander the opportunity.
He's just taken the safe process there, and that's great. That's smart, long endurance racing there. You shouldn't be upset with that. But Highlander's on a bloody charge here, isn't he?
That's it.
Yeah, what was his last lap? He's got 145.
Yeah, 145. Yeah, 145. Yeah, flat. Yeah.
So it's not too much slower. Well, Freight Trainer's one flying at 43.6, so he's found his mojo again.
That's it. So this one here is just for Lloyd. Coffee break for Lloyd.
Lloyd's having a coffee break, is he?
Nescafe, the only drink for Lloyd.
And a packet of Winnie Blues.
That's it.
Anyway. Yeah, so here we are. We're looking at Sato still doing the number 3 JP Sim Shed team proud in second. And he seems to he's caught back up to SSHADZZ again. He was 5 seconds behind after he made a few little whoopsies. So
he's
either
carving
SSHADZZ
it back.
had a bit of a moment. Yeah, either SSHADZZ had a little bit of a moment or been delayed with traffic, and Sato's made the most of it.
Oh, could be very interesting in the next couple laps.
So he's got the bait dangling in front of Sato right at this as we speak.
Absolutely.
You can see his prey.
What's happening back here? This still looks pretty close. So Highlander still there.
I believe this is a car he was entered in last year too. He did all right.
Lloyd has just informed me that he has a new sponsorship deal. He's no longer sponsored by Nescafe. It's now sponsored by Gloria Jeans.
Ah, fantastic! Congratulations.
So
I have to agree. I do like the old Gloria Jeans coffee. I'll always be seen in there every now and then.
That's it.
And probably, I think probably one of the biggest draw cards for the Glorious Jeans sponsorship deal is also the detail that Lloyd puts into his eyebrows, and that's where their clientele really comes alive. So that's fantastic. That's a perfect marriage, basically. Oh,
yep, that's
we've
it.
course caught.
Whoa, Gears! What a save!
Gears just thrown it in there. Oh, yeah, arms
Just
crossed up.
having a look at
Hope he's not
the
listening to
results from last year.
Got
Freight Trainer actually
got geckos in pits.
Geckos in pits.
came in third last year.
Geckos in
But
pits
he
is
was
coming
in
out,
forward.
obviously. 74. These guys must be getting close to fuel. Sato's 12.8.
I'm surprised.
That's 9.8.
I'm surprised. Got geckos pitted so early because you would have thought.
Maybe it got a bit of damage.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not
But
too sure. But it was a quick pit stop, wasn't it? So maybe it wasn't any damage.
is his tanks filled up?
That's the only thing I'm thinking of. Maybe he didn't load, the tune didn't load up from the qualifying, organised qualifying.
What's the tank
no.
on these things, guys? Is it 80 or 75?
75 live.
75.
75.
Okay. Well, there's going to be some pits soon because
What, we're down
especially
to about
at
the
the front.
10 litre mark now.
9, and we can see them. They're catching each other. This is very interesting and surprising. SSHADZZ has got less fuel than Sato.
I think
By a
Sato's
couple of
been
litres.
saving fuel. So Sato, I reckon, is probably going to get that extra lap in there I talked about.
Well, what are we
Yeah,
talking?
and
No,
I was just
8.
having a look at the GTEs before when we were looking at Highlander. So they were 4th last year. They finished in that number 67 Chip Ganassi. So, and they were both teamed up with Simo again. So they're obviously aiming to go a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that took it out, AJD 1984, he was not here this year, and same as Taipan Samurai, he's overseas other
That's it.
commitments. So.
He's abroad. So,
And Freight Trainer was actually 3rd, so he's swapped from Ford to Porsche this year.
that's it.
Freight Trainer.
Probably one of the
So-
best moves he ever made.
So we'll be seeing pit stops here in about the next 2 laps, I would say. Maybe the
I would say
safe
so,
way to do it.
yes. We'll keep a very close eye on
And-
the top 2 front runners.
Yeah, so it'll be about lap 25.
what do you
Should
think,
start seeing pit stops.
What do you think about the record last year? Though we had some rain last year, so the majority of the race, so we did 213 laps last year.
Oh,
Wow.
we should easily eclipse
So
that.
we should
300.
smash that this
Yeah.
smash that this year.
How many laps was the first
I don't-
session done? That was, what, 30 something at least?
30, 35 or something.
30.
I'm just going to pull that up.
So 35 laps for an hour session's not bad.
I would say that Shads would be looking for fuel in about two laps, I would say. And
Actually, 37 laps they completed.
Okay.
It was 35 laps for us GTE guys.
Okay. An extra couple laps for the LMP2 cars.
We've got the Nerdburger in.
So here he is.
He's flashing lights, which is maybe he's letting his crew chief know, guys, I'm in. Radio's not working.
Coming in. Where are you?
Yep.
And he's on the spot, on the mark, so he should be just straightforward, just routine stop, I'd say.
So
Fuel and
no tyres, just fuel.
No,
just fuel.
nah, maybe. Some people might want to throw tyres at the car now. Depends on how much tyre wear they've got.
Okay.
So you throw some tyres at now, but then you'll double stint them, I reckon. Or you don't throw tyres now, maybe throw tyres at the end. I don't reckon you could triple stint the tyres. I personally don't reckon it'll be able to work.
History shows that most guys have to at least change the tyres once, but
That's
as you're
it.
saying, it's either now or the next stop.
Lloydie's saying 1 lap too early for Nürburgring, which is probably correct.
I think you're probably right there, Lordy.
Yeah, you at least want to try and make that 40-minute mark. So, I think that's maybe what Sato's trying to do. He knows that he needs to get that 40-minute mark plus 1 lap.
He's on 6.6 now, and Jamie's on 3. Jamie might
He
be in
has-
this lap. We'll stay with him.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Jamie would definitely be in
Yeah.
this lap, wouldn't he? When what you're saying, they were using 2.7 or 2.8.
Yeah, just
a
about
lap.
3 litres a lap. So, but knowing
So Sato's done the right thing, and he can probably go around another lap.
that's it. Well, because I'm watching the stream, it's a little bit behind. Nürburgring left pit lane with not a full tank. He left a bit short, a couple of litres off actually. I'm surprised. 72 litres instead of 75. So.
Yeah, I thought that was the case too.
So that's
There's a
not
little
going to help
down.
him in the long run. He actually might need to do a splash and dash right at the end, unfortunately.
That's disappointing. I would say there'll be a crew chief getting an absolute bollocking over that.
That's it.
And
So
as predicted, here we go.
Shadz is in.
Shad's
Now we'll shout.
coming in.
Yeah, we'll.
That's Sato going past now.
Sato went
So
past,
Sato's
yes.
taking the lead.
Yeah, he's got that extra lap in. So Sato's playing the game of I want that extra lap just in case.
He's got 4.6. This is interesting.
Yeah, he'll get that lap in.
Might have been a bit of maybe it's down to a bit of slipstreaming. So we'll see how
Possibly.
this plays out.
Bit of short shifting too.
And what about Dado? Dado's staying out again, is he?
Yeah, Gears in pit
Dato's
lane as
Still
well.
yet to come around.
Yeah, Dato's coming in. I would say
Or he'll have to come in, yeah.
I'd say he'd be
We
coming in
thought that he
now.
might have been doing some saving fuel, but obviously that's not the case.
Gear 3 Gaming's in. He hasn't slid into any walls yet, which is great. Just getting through the pits now. So he's doing a bloody good job though.
That's it.
I jest, but Shadz is on his way
Maybe have a
out.
bit of indigestion, mate.
Yeah, the beans are getting to him.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. That'd be valve
Be a bit
bouncing. No
wafty in
worries.
that car. I tell you what. Leave
Shadz,
the window open, it's a bit stuffy, mate.
Shadz
Don't
is
want to get
exited.
don't want to get drafted behind him then.
Let's see how this plays out. Because I would say that Sato will be coming in the pits. He's trying hard.
If he did a little bit more saving, he could have done another lap. But I think he's got a good strategy here. He'll be able to hit that the final session with a lot more pace.
That's it. Gears also
a bit
left
more
pit
fuel to
lane
burn.
with not a full tank, a bit short, a couple of litres. Again, another person. SSHADZZ has left
maybe
with a full tank.
Displays. Oh, well, yeah, I was going to say that maybe the displays are out, but obviously he's left with a full tank.
Yeah, SSHADZZ left with a full tank. It's just 2 litres out. That 2 litres can be a big difference to the end here. So
they brought the tyres out here, but then, oh, he's going to go tyre. Oh no, he's not.
no, it'll be fuel
It's
first.
hard to tell what these.
It's fuel first.
car
You have to
crews
wait
wanna
and see. Wait for the fuel man to disconnect if he
Where
takes
is
off.
SSHADZZ? He's going to come up to the
do.
bus
Bus
stop.
stop.
Jeez, he's made some time up there. Let's see where we're going here. It's a tricky exit.
Yeah, because you don't want to hit that wall in that exit of the pit lane. That's one of the
Absolutely
things you don't
not.
want to
It's
do.
easy to put
Oh,
into
that's a bit of a slow pit stop for Sato. He didn't call his pit crew out before he got there, so that's going to delay him again. Same thing will happen to Lockie.
He's got the full tank.
Where's SSHADZZ goes?
SSHADZZ has gone through. So, Darky, just explain that to the audience with the delay and the calling him out. What's happened there?
Well, because his pit bay so early in the when he enters pit lane,
Yeah.
none of his service will commence until all the pit crew are over the wall. So that's why you always have to call your pit crew like at least a lap before you come in. Because if you don't, it delays you by a couple of seconds. So.
Right, there you go. So that has kept the status quo, and gee, it's given. We'll see what the gap is. We're looking at 14 seconds. I mean,
Yeah, so some of that could have been because of the pit stop.
yeah, that's
Lloyd is
a
asking,
huge.
did Jetto take fuel?
Let's have a look. Where is he? He certainly took fuel,
Yeah, definitely.
and he would. By the looks of that, he would have definitely taken the full amount. And who we got here? Gas.
And
Gas has got gas. He's. Wow, look at that! 16 seconds from SSHADZZ to Sato. That is a huge. That's a huge difference. Just on that stop though, a lot closer than that. But, I think
Yeah,
it's being
definitely they
slow.
were. So there's been something going wrong with the pits there. Maybe could have even been damaged as well, because
Potentially,
they could have
yes.
delayed.
Yes.
But I think Gaz, when we seen him coming out of the pits, I think that must have been for damage because he definitely didn't have full fuel either when he came out in that Ford. So, and he's probably had one extra pit stop. He's at the back of the field there at the moment. It's unfortunate for them. That number 40 pin Electron car.
Have a look through the field. We've got obviously gas, churning through the miles, pedal drive.
Yeah, so Thailand has just got roughly a 13-second lead on him now, or not a lead, but we're just in front of him. But when they were so close earlier.
Yeah, but look, the car's straight.
That's the
RSJ's
main
been
thing, yeah.
disqualified, pit lane violation. I'm just looking at the notes on the race feed.
Oh no, that was actually from qualifying.
From qualifying, okay.
Yeah, they don't actually up. That's the silly thing. They don't. The feed doesn't come through the race.
Yep.
It just stays stuck on the
Stays
qualifying,
there.
and that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought that was a bit weird because he's pounding around.
Yeah, he's still
no worries.
circulating,
Yep.
and he's talking about he's actually leading the class of GTEs at the moment with hyper-juicing that BMW. Still just lurking. 7 seconds behind.
And there he is. He's just been
It's
overtaken
just-
by SSHADZZ, hasn't he?
Yeah. That BMW, isn't that a big car?
That's a bloody big car. I never enjoyed driving that one. I know Chucky, one of our old stablemates, had a reasonably good time in it. Came back and wasn't quite as successful as I think he would like, but to his credit, he sort of jumped back in and had a crack. But I never really got the grips with it. I always preferred the Porsche. But,
The Porsche is
it's a good looking
nice,
car though.
handling car, but yeah, there's plenty of headlights at the front of it.
Yeah. You know they're coming. Whoa, look at that. There you go. Great trainer.
Great trainer now. Getting close to Hyperjuice, and that'll be near the back of RSJ as well. So it's going to be a three-way battle very shortly. Just on the time for there, they're going to have to be pitting in the next 13 minutes.
Well, it's getting closer, isn't it? I mean, so it'll be interesting to see. So is it a full tank? I assume it's a full tank. No one's sort of running any sort of
it'll be
strategies
basically full tanks. Yeah, GTs are pretty straightforward, I think, with the fuel strategy. It's basically make that hour and make a pit stop, and you can go all the way to the end then. But some cars, as we said, just need to either shift a little bit earlier, and that's what I had to do in the Porsche. I had to shift that little bit early for about a good 15 minutes or so, just to bring that fuel number back down. And then I was able to finish with enough fuel in the race, which was good.
There we go, on board. So what sort of speed are they doing here? They're obviously 250. What are they cracking up here before they hit the brakes? 260?
About 290, 290.
Wow.
There.
She's moving.
In the draft, we're getting about 295.
Yeah. It's on the way up there. And
he's not quite
on the
getting
picks
there.
there.
285, I think.
Yeah. Gee, the car looks stable. Looks very, very stable.
Yeah, you got to modulate the brake well found, especially coming into that the first corner, turn one. Just coming off that banking and how you put your main pressure on the brake, the initial pressure, and then just back it off a little bit to stabilise the rear.
Yep.
And get back on it again.
Yeah.
Here he's coming up into the international hairpin here, the horseshoe.
They're a very different sort of beast to drive, aren't they, compared to the V8 supercars?
Oh, he's just turned in.
Oh,
Daytona's just turned into one of the LMP2 cars.
Well, there you go. You're on board, guys.
That.
You were on board for that.
That's a bit naughty, and don't know who that was. That was either Sato or it was Gecko.
We'll try and.
So it would have even been Gecko or Sato.
Trying to see where they are on the track now.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming up to the bus stop, so I think it was Sato, because he also... Gecko's a little bit too far away, so
yeah,
I think it would have been... Yeah, it was Sato.
Yep.
So I'm not fortunate there.
You saw it on board. Now, hopefully...
Surely you'll have some words.
Hopefully that hasn't caused any impact. I mean, this is part of the challenge, though. When you're cutting through traffic, you've really got to think about, the others. It's hard work.
That's it.
Yeah, it's bloody hard work. But Sato's, he's just gone deep there. Rear pinch. He's done well. He's held onto it. It's probably a touch of rear pinch on the brakes there. Because it really can't really unweight through that corner.
Yeah, and the tyres will be definitely halfway through their life, so, just pushing that little bit. He's still trying to chase down SSHADZZ. But, you probably want to be playing a bit more, not so much conservative, but he still wants to put a bit of pressure on SSHADZZ, because we can't make it easy for him, because, as we said, he's a two-time champion, and he's obviously aiming for that hat-trick. And,
yep.
Just throw a bit of pressure onto SSHADZZ and just see if we can make him break.
He's a hard nut to crack, I know that.
Definitely. He's very hard taskmaster to race, but he's very fair. He's very fair. A lot of fun to race against. Yeah. And Lofvenish, his teammate, is obviously hoping to see SSHADZZ keep extending that lead a little bit. And Loft hasn't, he's not much slower than SSHADZZ. I think he's very much, actually Loft was faster than SSHADZZ during practice throughout the week.
Fantastic, yeah.
SSHADZZ could have just been just foxing a little bit, because come qualifying, he blitzed everyone in qualifying, so did a good job getting pole. So I'm sure Lockie's looking on here at his teammate in the JP Simshed Ligier, and just seeing how he's faring. and just probably hoping that he would tell him just to back it off a bit, just take it a bit easy, don't push it too hard. That rear end looks like it wants to
Yeah, it looks
break
like
free.
it's dancing around a little bit, isn't it? But
Yeah.
you know, these cars go through a bit of a transition period, don't they, on the tyre, especially with the fuel.
Oh, they sure do.
And you've got to be ready for it. But they phase back. They sort of phase in and phase out, don't they?
Yeah. And it's always a good feeling when you start feeling that those tyres come back to you, and the pressures start coming back to your operating pressures, and the car starts feeling good again. It's a good relief.
Yeah.
I guess they call it a bit of a graining period, like the tyres may be graining a bit, I'm not too sure, but it seems to happen, and it sort of lasts for a little while, just depending. That varies.
Yeah, absolutely. At Bathurst, I think it's probably one of the biggest tracks. You really notice it across the top there. It goes through a phase of probably 2 or 3 laps, and then they sort of settle back down again, and it can catch you out. And these guys they'd be thinking about that now. They're probably just starting to feel a little bit of push or a bit of oversteer, and starting to think about what they need to do to compensate that.
Both cars in both classes are usually fairly heavily sprung. They're pretty stiff cars, just to be able to put up with the extra loads that they have in the high speed, especially coming through the bus stop. And keep those cars nice and flat for all the aero. They run a very limited aero, but they're trying to get the best aero that they can.
Yep. Now there's some challenge here. As that camera came back onto the BMW, I thought it had rolled with a mess on the roof, but it was just a paint job.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and, he's fighting for lead here. Look, he's only half a second off.
Wow.
There
Here we go. Here we go. It's on.
And with Freight Train only 5 seconds behind, so it's as we said, once this fuel, these pit stops are going to come out, they're going to be right on one another.
Absolutely. Look, 9.8 and 10.1, 9.9. I mean, these guys are basically going to pit together. This is hectic.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I think the GTE class is pretty much a sprint for the 6 hours. It's been like that. The first session was in that hour. And it's pretty full on.
And I must admit, I probably enjoy watching the GTEs more than I do the LMP cars, and because of that, I think they're a great class to watch. And here we go. Look at this. He's in the slip frame. Is he going to throw it down, or is he going to wait till after the pit stop?
Geez, the towering all over this Ford. Look at just the height difference. It's a sleek Ford to the big box of the BMW.
It's a big boy. It's a very big boy.
It's a big boys and their toys. Yeah, I think he's going to have a go here, guys.
Here we go. Straight into the pits.
This is on. He's got up the inside there. And it looks like RSJ just said, you can take that.
Look at the pace on it.
Wait and see what happens in the pit stops now.
I mean, there's a bit of slipstream, but look at the pace on it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That Ford's bloody got a barn door on the back of it or something. That just sort of blew past it.
Yeah, it's amazing how good of a draft effect these cars get down that straight. You're probably looking at an extra 10 kilometres an hour. Pretty easy.
Yeah, that also can be detrimental to the fuel economy if you're trying to make the hour with these GTE cars before you have to pit.
Yeah, it's just all about managing that, and they're getting close to it. There's another 4.5 minutes before the hour.
That's it.
Well, these guys are going to pit soon, so we might stay with them for a little bit. And it's still pretty close as well.
Riso has joined the stream and chat, and he's saying John will be fuel saving, so obviously they have a plan to make it to the hour.
Who's fuel saving, sorry?
And then pit.
Who's that?
RSJ.
RSJ, okay.
Definitely be fuel saving, and Hyperjuice might have to do a little bit himself.
Well, that's either
he got called out in the first session.
That's either tough talk or it's actual. So we'll
Game
see.
plan.
Yeah, because the fuel volume doesn't sort of indicate there's some fuel saving going on unless he's trying to squeeze out another lap now. But we're right on the limit.
Yeah,
it's exciting time.
This is looking good. You'll get one more lap, I'd say, Hyperjuice, and that'll be it. And then
right, so
you've
it's giving
also
us
got
more inside information. He's basically said, build the lead early, just make over the hour. So we'll see how we go. Simo Racing's just joined the thing. He said the gap between third and fourth in LMP, GTE, sorry.
Third and fourth.
Third and fourth, that's what us.
Yeah, it's looking at it here. Looking at around about. We'll have to have a look. I don't know if it's a lap or what it is there. It can't be a lap. Highlander was actually not too far away from Freight.
Whoa.
Looks like about 8 seconds or so, maybe. I don't know. Might have to go to Freight Trainer.
Well, what I'm seeing on the stream is a bit odd actually, because it's saying, I know, yeah, it is. It's been a bit weird from what I can see. From what I'm seeing, it's basically Highlander.
So there's Highlander.
Unless he's trying to
so
lap
it's a four-way battle.
Is if the seconds is the wrong way around, it's actually Freight Trainer's ahead, but he's got a bigger gap.
Yeah,
Highlander is behind,
but
but a small gap, so it's having a little bit of funny hissy fit with the game. But
having a moment, but there looks like it's going to be a battle for four cars coming into the pits here very shortly.
Absolutely. Freight Trainer's got just a couple of these more fuel than Highlander, but this is getting saucy.
Freight Trainer could probably do another 2 laps here.
What's the lap times? They're doing about 145s, 150s.
We'll stick with Freight Trainer for a little bit here and see what happens. He's on the 6 litre lap. He's getting a little bit of the toe there.
Yeah, that's it. Pa's saying the timing is having a little bit of a hissy fit, so.
There we go.
Hyperjuice is in.
Jesus, did anybody see that?
So the BMW's been the first to blink, and he's in the pits.
Yep. But we're going to go back
so
to
he
here.
Get another lap, but he'd be close to be able to make it. He'll just have to do a bit of fuel saving, and he should be right. And look at this tussle here for the lead of the GTE class.
Amazing. How good is this? This is going to be
for nearly an hour in this session.
RSJ's got that Ford. Yeah, RSJ's got that bloody Ford cranking. But that Porsche is coming. You can see it hunting down.
I'm looking at the gaps for the LMP2 class from 3rd all the way down to 7th. They're not too far apart in theory. First and second, they're gone. They're just gone. But everyone else is sort of, they're not too far away from each other.
Well, look at the lap times they did last. They did a 37.4, 37.3, and a 37.1, and a 37.3.
Yeah, so they're all running about the same pace as each other, and the leaders are just going, we're out of here.
Yeah, that's it. They're doing 36s, the leaders, the LMP2s. And it looks like RSJ's trying to make sure that he can get down the lower part of this track here to get into the pits, maybe, this lap. Yeah. And Freight's following him, and Highlander, no, he's not. Oh.
Wow. Okay, here we go.
Is that gonna,
look at that.
That's a penalty for Freight.
Oh.
It just came up red. He came in too hot.
Too hot. Well, that's
you won't be happy with that then.
That's very, very disappointing. Okay.
Yeah,
what sort of penalty time will come that
up? And then RSJ, so they've all come in. So Highlander actually has been the big mover as well, because he started 47 seconds off these guys, and he's right there for the lead.
Wow, that's a great piece of driving.
And also Freight Trainer, he was 42 seconds, so they've done a tremendous job.
So what sort of penalty are we looking at there for that, you think, Woody?
Maybe 2 seconds.
Para reckons 10
maybe
seconds.
2 or 5 or 10. Okay.
That's nothing, mate. Make that no worries.
I think you can actually see the penalties if you go to
the actual
standings
main
or something.
Yeah, I think
okay.
It should all come up.
Yep, gotcha.
You can give a rundown of the order on the hour.
Not
then.
that one. That's not that one. It's the other one. There's something else.
Timings.
Timings. There we go. So you're right, 10 seconds. So we've got Dado with one. So the order after the hour, we've got SSHADZZ leading on his 38th lap with Sato just behind him. Then Dado Racer, Got Gecko and Gear 3 Gaming. And Nürburger 79 and Jetto 13 all in the LMP2s. And they're all pretty close to being all on the same lap as they tick through. And then we've got Metal Drive. He's got the lead at the moment, but he's yet to pit. RSJ 37, Freight Trainer, Hyperjuice, Highlander, and Gaz 112.
Sato with the best lap of the session so far for 134.
Yeah, bloody good lap.
Wow.
Bloody good lap.
Yeah.
Everyone else's best laps are in the 135s and 36s. So all the LMP2 cars are pretty close. GTE class, who's got the fastest
And
there?
I think there was 3 of the GTE.
Yeah,
GTE cars
43s.
had 43.1.
That's it, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the 33s, 2 in the 44s. So it can just show you how close the racing actually is. So even though they're spread out a bit, but everyone's lap times, the fastest lap times is within a couple of tenths of each other. So
Yeah, very good.
That's good. That's a good class of racing. They're pushing each other, which is fantastic.
that's it.
Yeah, so we think we should be looking at Metal Drive probably going into the pits. We don't have to see him, but I reckon it'll come up. There it goes. The pit symbol has just gone up.
So
These guys should be coming through comfortably. So who's the first one? Freight. Because he did that, he came in too hot on the pits, didn't he, Freight?
Oh
He's
yeah,
actually gonna take
massively too hot. He tried to gain an advantage there, but now it's going to cost him in the end. But
10 seconds, but he might be able to, the pace that he's been showing, he could actually finish the race 10 seconds in front this session. But the number 92 Premier Motorsport team here working hard on Metal Drive just to get him back out, and we're pretty happy with his position at the moment.
that's it.
You're going to
Metal
stay
Drive.
on the lead lap.
Metal Drive cut the pit stop a bit close with 1.8 litres of fuel.
So Metal's there he is. He's powering out now, and Metal.
He can now go all let it loose now.
You can let it loose. And Woody, he's with you, isn't he? Old Metal.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, so
And
that
so
fuel load, that'll make that no
Not
dramas.
a bloody scratch on it either. He's done a great job. And I as I understand, I'm happy to be corrected, but I believe that you said to him, if you bend it, you're paying for it. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much, mate.
Yeah,
if you want to
thought so.
come through, we've Premier Motorsport said, look, I'm the signed driver here, and Metal Drive's the one that's come through. So you bend it, you're going to pay for it.
Absolutely.
I also thought you had a special clause also. If the cost exceeds a certain amount, sexual favours will be go to pay for it as well.
I believe that's
the whole
only
team, mate. The whole team are pretty much lined up for that one.
I believe that's only
yeah.
in the Lockie Sato team clause. So I just want to double check that. But
Is it the JP Simshed clause?
no, we've separated ourselves from that. So it's an inter-team thing that those guys run. But they're doing a good job. And I've just been informed that Speed Racer, the bloody
legendary
legend,
speed race.
the legendary speed racer who gives me such a headache all the time, is watching the feed as well. So he's watching, and highly entertained by. Middle's off, but that would have been on
just have to
purpose.
try and get out of that way of that Oak, number 35
Absolutely.
Oak Racing of Jetto.
I was about to say, we want to do a couple of laps in the dark of our leaders of each class from our special roof cam.
We can do that.
I think we can put the coin in the camera so we can get one lap out of it. So
give me a car, give me a view.
Well, let's go SSHADZZ.
well, yeah, we'll go for our race leaders for both classes.
Okay. Well, here's a bit of entertainment. Yeah, but we can do that. There we go. Here he is. And
this beautiful complex fully lit up too with the track lighting.
listen to the crackle, guys.
But he's just trying to get fighting to get the power down there, wasn't he, SSHADZZ?
Yeah. He's got a velvet touch in his right foot. He can just feel when the traction's about to step out, and he's that's why he's he's won Le Mans, he's won Bathurst a couple of times, he's won this twice. He's a bloody
Indy 500.
Indy 500
Won a
now.
lot.
I mean,
He's a Triple Crown. He's a Triple Crown award. He's won the Triple Crown of ANZCRL,
absolutely.
which is winning the Indy 500, the Le Mans 24 hours, and also Bathurst 1000.
Yeah, he's done a bloody good job, and that's all about that's all about the consistency, and that's where he really excels with what he does. And I think that's one of the biggest things with new people who come into racing is anybody can do a hot lap, but if you can consistently do and keep out of the walls, that's where you win. And I think that's probably one of the hardest things we always talk about, guys. It's about being consistent.
That's right.
And Shad's probably sets the example of that. It's fantastic.
He does a great job.
But look at that through that section there. And you're right though, Woody. It's bloody lit up like a bloody
Christmas tree.
a flashbang on break-in day. I don't know, but
It's lit up like your Mustang, mate, symbol on the road, mate.
Absolutely.
Bit of magic.
Exiting the slip lane sideways.
That's
But,
it. Don't you have a special crew when you're driving your car at night time that have to shine a floodlight on it the whole time?
Well, I don't drive it at night, mate, because I'm too scared to get any bugs on it. So,
Okay.
Geez, the LMP2 cars come in deep into the bus stop, don't they?
They do. Look at that. And what's really
brake.
interesting to watch is how much curve they take as well, which is and how easy the car takes it. I mean, fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's he coming up on here? This is Ford
This is Gaz.
GT.
Gaz
The
1112.
Gaz man. Just stay down
Yeah,
low.
Gaz man.
Beautiful. Look at that. Amazing. Should we jump into a GTE and see what RSJ is doing on the
RSJ.
There he
Let's
is.
see what the GTE is
Look
doing.
at the difference. You might feel like someone's got the handbrake on with the difference, but these things are bloody
it's
quick.
but after riding those LMP2s, it's like this thing's got a pit limiter on. I like to take a lot of the inside curve on this corner on the GTE. Find you gain a little bit in our lap time.
So you want to stay down low
yellow
on this
lights.
one. You want to stay really low on this one. Stay as low as you can, then just move out towards the outer. Where are they braking?
We're braking just near that green.
Yeah, just near
on
the sign.
start of the Rolex.
A bit late on the apex. Punch it through. And stay deep. Stay really deep as long as you can. That's good.
Yeah, he's doing not a bad job. And that's why I guess he's in the lead at the moment.
Yeah, he's doing a good one. Well, RSJ's always had a lot of pace.
That's it. I believe he's had some bad luck here and there. He's been caught up in incidents or just, But he's always been...
Or a disconnect or something.
That's it. Just some small little things.
And look at that, he's got the presence of mind to step out of that. That's really good.
And there goes Dado. Old Dado's having a good time there.
Yeah.
Dada's always having a good time, no matter what
He's always having a good time, yeah, absolutely. It's the words out of my mouth there,
Oh,
don't
mate, he'll be jumping in the pool after this, I can tell you. He'll be sweating it up.
That's it.
As long as he's got his bathers on, because last time the neighbours complained.
Because last in the
There was a
LMP...
lot of strife last time.
Oof, horrendous.
Lloyd's just commented that Gecko's now last in LMP2.
Well, someone
that
called
time
this-
was way late.
Yeah,
148.
he went into the pits, that's right.
As I understand, last
That might have
time
been an outlap.
last time Dado jumped into the pool, someone called the snake catcher to come and wrestle the python
That was
out of the pool, but
Python,
there was no
that's right.
concerns. It was just
It was
Dado
just him
showing
laying on
off.
his
I
back,
mean,
floating on the pool.
have a
Someone
look.
hosed him down.
let's have a look here. We
We should have a look at Jeddah.
Yes, absolutely. There he
Go
is.
through the whole
And
field.
SSHADZZ has got a penalty. This is not good.
Oh wow, that's a rare sight.
Let's have a
That might
look.
have been a
Should we have a
slow
look?
down.
timing screen. Chad's 1 second penalty. Oh, so
Shaz is 2.
2
and
seconds.
I think RSJ might have been picking up 1, but he might have got away with it.
It looks like he's got away with it. Chad's got a 2 second penalty. He won't be too worried about that though.
Nah, I don't think he's concerned too much.
But,
He's probably just probably cut the bus stop a little bit.
and so this is the time of the day. We've still got 48 minutes left, but this
Well,
is the time of the day. We're at time of night. Sorry, that it starts to get tough. You know, the fatigue wears in.
That's it. You kind of like.
There's a lot going on.
Around about might be around about midnight now, I guess, in the game. They're going to be finishing at 3, maybe about 11:30 or so.
No, I'd say about midnight. I reckon about midnight. Well, in theory, we're meant to finish at 3. The race is meant to start at 11. The theory would just pass the halfway mark. So if they would pass midnight, then probably about 1.
Oh, that's deep. Jetto's gone deep.
No, we started at, it was 5 till 3. So
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it's probably about getting close to
10
midnight.
hours.
Yeah.
So 5 hours.
Yeah, close to
From,
midnight, I'll say.
5
In-game.
is 10, yeah, it'd be midnight.
All the fans will be either partying really hard on the infield or trying to get some sleep.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
we've
we've just recently done the
watching the
12
real
hour
life
event.
Sorry about that.
Sorry?
But watching the live event, it was just very quiet around about midnight on the coverage. Being in Australia, we were able to watch it in the night because it was our daytime.
That's it.
It was fairly quiet. Everyone had gone to bed.
Yeah,
Darky, how was the 12 hour up on the hill there? You've been fairly busy around the campsites?
Yes, it was.
Well,
it was a bit busy this year. Surprising enough, when I got to the campsites for the 12 hour, it was extremely green. Like they had so much, even though Bath has some water restrictions, the grass around there was very, very green. So they've had like a bit of rain the past week, so it was quite nice. So it was good. But the temperature was the biggest issue. It was ridiculously hot.
Was it?
The night before the race, it was 27 degrees at midnight.
Wow.
And no breeze. So trying to sleep in a tent when you're going to have to get up at 5 in the morning, not a very comfortable thing. So, but no, the race was quite good. And as me and my mate said, we've never seen so many incidents on top of the mountain. Normally you might get the 1 or 2, but we had all the incidents were pretty much right in front of us. So
it was pretty insane, wasn't it? There's some massive ones up there too.
That's
massive.
it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Riding the fence and ending up on the fence.
Yeah, actually ending up out of the track and then slid back onto the fence was the Trofeo Lamborghini of Dean Canto. So
unbelievable.
Well,
Dean Canto,
Ditto's,
for those that like eyebrows, doesn't have any. But was before. But was actually one of Lloydie's, people he aspired to be. But
that's it.
when Dean lost the eyebrows, Lloyd picked someone else. So it's a fickle business, and you've got to have eyebrows to be successful. So
that's it. So we come.
So Lloyd Mansell had good pair of eyebrows, didn't he?
Absolutely.
And a mo. Can't go past that mo.
There you go. We've got Highlander just having a little bit of a moment, going through the bus stop in front of Jetto.
Yep, so
Jetto's chasing down Nürburger.
This is the fatigue thing, guys, we talk about. So
that's it. Now the other question is, we're getting close to the 40-minute bracket here. Who's going to pit early and see if they can just make it from the 40-minute bracket early?
Last time I looked at that, it was 12 seconds between Shads and Sato.
Yeah.
Just half that.
He's just done 2 seconds faster on that last lap. 1.5 seconds faster.
Yeah.
So he's going for it.
Might have been traffic because it's not him going any faster. It's just Shads going slower.
Yeah.
And that's what we felt. That's what I found also in the GTEs, and that's where you have to keep your head and keep a level head as well. That I was catching Hyperjuice after he was leading that midsection of the race, and you'd sort of just be making some ground, and then an LMP2 would come up, and you just they come at the wrong time, and you got to lift off and just let them through so you didn't avoid any incidents.
Yep.
And obviously avoiding that incident kept me in the fight, and that's what it's all about. But you find that from 2 seconds you might be then 3 or 4 seconds behind, and
You're going to do it all over
And
again.
then you find that the LMP2 car catches hyperjuice on the straight, and you didn't have to back off, and you go, oh well, and then you just got to work your way back up again. And that's the fun thing about multi-class racing.
That's it.
Now, this
Lloyd's
is
commentators saying basically he's seen Shads have the penalty now, and he just realised maybe he's starting to crack under pressure, so he's going to try and hunt him down now. So it might be
Could be. Well, if you take into account of that 10-second penalty, oh no, it's only 2 seconds. Sorry, it was
2 seconds. Yeah, Freight's
got the 10.
That's it.
Yeah, but even 2 seconds, so he's getting close.
Well, Freight needs 4 more seconds, and he will.
We just missed Jetto making the move on Nürburgring. Well, we've been watching it, but we didn't even comment on it. But he's made the move.
He's made the move, and it's bloody cracking.
That's it.
Nürburgring's in.
Yeah, he got it out of the bus stop. That's where Jetto made the move.
He's in the pits too, Nürburgring.
Yep. I think
short on fuel.
I think
He's got 7.5 litres. He could have done another lap, but
Yeah, he could have done
he's running.
Maybe the
get to the end,
tyres have
though.
gone. Maybe the tyres have had enough, and he's like, I can't handle the car anymore.
Yeah, as long as you can fill it right up.
let's watch it. See if he does.
Sato's catching back onto SSHADZZ.
Yeah, he's catching him quite easily.
He's
at the
about
moment.
a
No, it's just
second up there.
ebbs and falls of the corners. I think it's going up to 6 again.
Nürburgring's going to have to make a splash and dash at the end, I reckon. I don't think he's got enough fuel to get to the end. He didn't quite make the 40-minute break. He's missed out by 2 minutes, so he's going to fall short by about 3 laps, I reckon.
That's disappointing.
So
If he does a bit of fuel saving, he should be right. I
Yeah,
think, 'cause,
maybe.
I don't think he. Last session, I don't think he actually took a full load of fuel either.
I'm
Well,
watching the replay right now.
Something that's interesting is we have to look at here is that SSHADZZ is on 8.9 litres. Sato is only on 13.8.
Yeah, he's going to get an extra 2 laps, maybe.
So this is very, very interesting at this point in time. Sato is absolutely pushing it though. You can see that.
That's
And
it.
he's-
I think
he's working
maybe
hard
if,
through traffic.
I think
Be
the reason why
interesting to see if
Nürburgring.
Sato's going to drop a little bit of fuel. Like he's not going to top it right up.
Oh
So
no,
just that
you'll
little
have
bit.
to.
Because he's not going to have to pit now until another 3 laps or so.
Yeah, maybe as long as he's under the 40-minute break. But it's only going to be like 2 litres. I think the main reason why Nürburgring came into pit lane because he had damage because his pit stop was quite long. So
Someone's
talk
lost
about damage.
Someone's
He's just hit the tyre barriers.
Who was that?
And that's just coming out onto the.
That's gear 3. Yeah. Did he spin
He's
there?
lost the wing.
Yeah, he's lost the wing.
He actually he ran wide and collected the tyre barrier.
Tyre barrier, yeah.
On the outside of that.
We caught that. It's the old commentator's
that
curse, I
hairpin.
think.
Yeah.
That won't last like that. That is going to be a bit of a mess. He's going to have to bring that in. And look,
Well, it's not going to hurt him too much because he's right on the time to have a
pit stop. Yep.
So pit stop. Just going to hold him up for the rear ring to be put on.
Oh yeah, as long as he doesn't push too hard, he won't lose it. If he pushes too hard, he's going to crash again and cause more damage.
I hope he doesn't do
And
another lap.
Because he went in on the front too, so he's going to have damage at the front. So he's going to be a bit there to be repaired. Dado's in the pits as well.
But at least when when Gear's pitted now, he should be able to make the whole session now on this last tank of fuel, as long as he completely fills it up. So
Yeah, I think that 200 subscribers he's had at
the bands have got to him.
his trip. Yeah, it's got to him.
He basically,
Triple Crown Racing.
I think he's basically
on
shit his
his
pants in that
YouTube channel.
corner and drove straight into the tyre barrier. That's baked beans for you, boys.
Yeah, he might have been
See.
trying to push him out of the
Nah.
bases of his.
I reckon that'd be a bit of driver's fatigue, as you talked about. Because he just
Yeah.
came to that corner way too fast, and you just realised it wasn't going to stop in time. So
Well, he might have just tried to ease one out, but it's gone from a fart to a shart. He's gone from fart to shart, and
he sharted.
and that's
What if
upset him,
very
and
good?
he's put it in the fence. So
That's it. So
it's easy
he
enough
should be
to do
good to
though.
go to the end of the race now, as long as he fills the
I
tank
think
properly.
I think we've all done that at one stage of our lives. So
Yeah.
Speak
yeah.
for yourself there, Woody, but I haven't shut
Well,
up.
but I think the extension of that pit stop was someone had to find a pair of undies for him. So
Anyone know why
and now he's
RSJ is
off.
picking
So that's
again?
good. Dado's in the
RSJ.
fence.
That's what
Yeah, he's, down a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's still doing a 44 was his last lap though, so he's still got pace. So whatever happened to RSJ, he hasn't got damage, but
He might have had
Shad's-
damage.
I just want to have a look to see RSJ and see how far he is behind.
Yep.
I'll go to Hyperjuice maybe.
Pit stop
Seven.
the pit stop for Gear 3 Gaming wasn't as bad as it could have been, so...
Well, I hope he
So-
did the repairs. That's the next
Yeah.
thing.
I think the
So it looked like
repairs
it looked like it's the fuel stop.
done. Yeah.
So we'll
Nah, I
see.
think the repairs are done, so... If he didn't repair it properly,
the
he'll be
repairs
back
out.
in the next lap, because the car will handle terribly.
No, I saw the back wing on, so
Yeah.
he should be right.
Mate, if that was iRacing, he'd be in there for 42 minutes. That's
So where's
Insane.
Gears
He
popped
wouldn't have
out?
seen the end of the set. Wouldn't have seen the session.
So Gears probably dropped a lap here, you'd say, or two in theory.
Jeto's in the
So I think he's
pits.
dropped a lap, so that's not too bad. So he's doing alright.
So Jeto's making his final pit stop.
He's 3 minutes down. That can't be right. That's ridiculous.
Nah, you gotta wait for the time.
No,
to-
that's
to-
just when you go in the pits, it goes a bit silly.
Yeah,
Well,
so
look
you
at
gotta
this.
give it like
Look at
half
this. Look at this for first.
Here it is for the lead.
And Shadz has been held up there.
Looks like Shadz will be maybe
Seven.
hitting too this lap.
He's coming in 1.5. Whoa, that is fucking right on. Oh, sorry, that is right on the limit.
Well, it could be worse.
Yeah,
Right on the fuel limit.
could be on. It could be on 0.5. That would be really testing.
Yeah.
Coming in here.
Or it could be running in dead stick.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Oh, no penalty. We don't know because he was already in red. But geez, he was still on the brakes coming in.
He
Past
was,
that
right on, he was
line.
right on deep.
Yeah, the pressure's there with him. He knows that Sato's there, and Shad's not going to be worried about for the long run of the race. He wants to win this session, that's for sure.
Bloody oath.
I don't think he's in the car again. I think he's giving it to Loft Finish for the 2 sessions tomorrow.
That's it.
I think you're right. So we'll just skip on Stato here and see how he goes, because he will be pushing.
Yeah, he's going to try and use
he's done
those
a great
extra-
job to keep 5 litres of fuel in there. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
so he'll at least get the extra lap in, at least one. Again, so can he
Will he
max out-
take it or will he go in, do you think?
Oh, you have to go in this one, I think. Oh, he could do another one, couldn't he? He'd be tight, though.
Yeah, it'd be
Is there
extremely
any
tight.
need?
He needs to be
any
over.
need for it?
He needs to be over 6 litres, but it depends where he's on the track. Nah, I wouldn't risk it. The potential of running out, I'll do that extra lap and then pit.
Shadz is
The
out.
thing is, if he pits now anyways, full tank, he's not going to be
Nah.
there as long as Shadz because he's got more fuel in there to start off with. So
That's it, and he won't need a full tank either.
He was
can probably
right up
knock
on his
out, like,
clacker, wasn't he?
You can knock out 4 litres maybe. But let's see.
yeah,
I wonder
it's
if he.
just- I think if it was a final session, you'd be looking at that between only the halfway point at the end of this. I
He's
think
staying
he'd
out.
be playing on the safe.
He's staying
And,
out. Look at that.
Yeah,
He
well,
stayed out. What's the tank size on these things? 2.7.
75 litres. 75 litres is the tank size.
Sorry,
The burn is about 2.5 to 2.9, depending on the driver. It's under
that's
3
really
litres a
big,
lap,
so-
so
Yeah,
yeah, he's going to get there just.
yeah, he might short shift a bit, just conserving this last lap. So he's gone 1 lap longer on his first stop, and now he's going to go 2 laps longer on his second stop.
So we've got Freight Trainer in the lead of the GTEs as well, with Highlander only 6 seconds behind. Like 6 seconds, I think it was, at one stage. Oh, that's where the times are all weird. But anyway.
Oh, it's a time penalty. That's why it's all funny. It's actually counted in the time penalty. Okay. So in theory, if you look at the system now, that's where Freight will actually
Highlander's
pop out.
in front.
Yeah, Highlander's
Yeah,
in
okay.
front on time, but not on track. But that's where the time penalty is. So now you can work out exactly where Freight is to everyone else. So
Yeah, okay.
So until Highlander ends up with a time behind Freight, that's why the times like that is actually counting the time penalties in.
Yeah, it's already included. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's
not bad.
Yeah, it's
It's only
interesting.
taken us 3 years to work that out.
That's it, but and a 24-hour session, but you know.
Oh, look at this, 1.1. It's cutting a lot finer than what Shadz was.
Well,
He's-
Shad's pulled into his pit bay with 0.8 of a litre remaining.
Well, he's on 0.7 now. He's not even in the pit yet.
Gee, I hope he doesn't run
0.5.
out. He's going to be okay. Oh, he's slowed it down.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's run it right to the edge. He'll fill a full tank. we'll go full tank on this one,
No,
guys?
no.
That-
You got 30 you got 30, 30 minutes basically remaining, so you won't need a full tank.
So what
You
do you,
can
what do
say-
you,
That's where you might have.
what's the
You're
guess?
pulling
What's the
out
guess
6
here?
minutes of a tank you don't need, so you're probably looking. Let's see.
This is where the calculations
Four
side of
laps,
things comes
about 4
really,
laps.
really.
About 4 laps
Wonder
out.
if
57
wonder if
litres
Shad's
he's
put
put
any,
into that. Is that
They
enough?
must put tyres on the last stop, didn't they? Because that was a pretty quick stop.
57
Yeah, they've
litres.
got
Is, oh, 63 litres. Shadz has got 69 on. He's coming round.
Yeah, that should be enough.
There's going to be a shift change here, but that's a. Is that
Nah,
enough fuel? 63.
Yeah, because remember the
Yeah,
tank's
it should be.
75. He's got the extra
Should be
two.
right.
He's got the extra 2 laps in already. We're underneath the 40-minute bracket. It could be
Yeah,
tight.
it'd be close though. If Shad starts putting the pressure and makes Sato just push that little bit harder and a bit more revs,
That's it.
Sato might quick shift a little bit harder and burn a bit more fuel.
There we go. 4
Uh,
seconds.
Lloydie's asking about Hyper and RSJ.
Yep.
So he's just saying,
Well, it's looking.
where about? He just wants to see what's going on down in the GTE cars.
Yeah, we can I just wanted to see what's going on here with this one. Just settle it down. I think Shadz is going to be roughly 4 seconds behind.
That's it.
Looks like he's about 4, just over 4 seconds, isn't he?
Yeah. Just wanted the time to stabilise.
I'll tell you what though, if there was anybody else who'd be chasing me down, I wouldn't be worried about. Sato. I'd be worried about bloody if Speed was behind me, because that guy is a maniac.
That's it.
Speed.
Back in the old days, Speed
Unbelievable.
racer, bloody hell.
But also, it can show you the ebbs and flows of the race, where Shadz came out of the pit from the first thing and gained time on the pit stop then, and now it's swung the other way around. So in theory, Sato's gained about 18 seconds in that stint on him to come out 4 seconds in front.
He's done well with the fuel, and I wonder if there's a
Missing some lights.
oh god, lights, and look at the back of that thing.
I think he's had a bit of an incident, maybe.
That might be just a game, Lloyd, unfortunately.
That rear wing looks a bit terrible.
Yeah.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll who should we stay with?
That car's looking a bit odd.
Let's go and have a look at Highlander.
Let's check out Highlander
See
for
where he is, because he's
2 to 2.5 minutes.
9 seconds or so behind the leader of GT, which is Freight Trainer in the Porsche, number 91. And he's got Hyperjuice bearing down behind him here, what, 6 seconds behind in the BMW. Been very impressed by Hyperjuice pace too in the BMW.
That's it. He might be playing the long game, just keep the car close to the leaders for these first 3 sessions.
Mate,
So
he signed up as saying that he just wants to run and he doesn't care what car he's going to be in, and yeah. And then someone was going to be in the BMW, so he just jumped in and Magic Hands joined him.
that's it.
And that's the one with the phone number after him, which is a 4858998 for a good time.
And that's only if you want a good times, right? So
Yeah. If you want a bad
yeah,
time,
no
don't call.
bad times.
No bad times.
Don't
Don't call
call
for
it.
bad times.
If you want a bad time, you ring the backwards 8998584.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think you get darky then, don't you?
No, I
You
think that's
do.
Fish's
That's
number.
Darky's direct. Fisher's direct number.
That's Fish's direct number. I'll give you a mediocre time,
Ooh, jeez, he's coming. When the hottie there.
but it's a long mediocre time.
Takes a while to warm up.
Well, potentially 5 hours worth. So hey.
I'll tell you what, Gear 3 Gaming was lucky he didn't repeat what he did last time coming into that corner. He ran wide and nearly hit the barriers again.
Yeah, I think fatigue's starting to get to him now.
Around Highlander.
I think he just needs to back it off a bit.
It's either fatigue or the beans are kicking in then for young Gear 3.
Lloyd's
Yeah,
asking
I
how
think
much
probably-
fuel did Gecko have? That's what
One
he
of the
wants
worst
to know.
things you can do is have a can of baked beans before you get in the car.
That's it, especially in the closed cockpit LMP2 car where it's very tight,
That's right.
Lloyd's asking how much fuel has got Gecko. Can he make it to the end? I
Gecko.
don't think
Yeah,
he can,
it's
Lloyd.
pretty close.
I don't think he will.
No, we'll check it. We'll check it.
Well, we're under half an hour to go, so
That's gear.
You'll know when we get to the 20-minute mark remaining, because that should be the halfway fuel for a tank then.
Oh, so he's just sliding in. He's just losing the rear a little bit.
Yeah, he's off there.
Gear.
Yeah, maybe he didn't change the tyres, he's just trying to triple synth the tyres and it's just not working for him.
If that's the case, then we should probably stick with him because there will be a monumental accident in a minute.
Yeah, which I don't want to see. Lockie's just joined the conversation here. Sato will make it. He has it on the limit. Okay.
Sato.
Oh, see him just drifting into that corner there.
I know.
Yeah.
He doesn't like that corner.
He's pushing too hard. He needs to back it off.
I think in the first session he came undone through there as well.
Now he's playing with traffic. This is the witching hour.
Yeah, just got put another lap on Gaz, the Gaz man.
Oof. That's got to be a penalty. How much grass is
everywhere?
I understand that,
Yeah,
Lockie.
he's the lawnmower. So let's go and have a look at to see what fuel load that Gecko's got.
Yeah.
You got 32.5. That's got some serious paint job issues.
That's a lot of damage there. Look at
Who's
everything.
racing with a Gecko?
Collapsed on itself. Aussie Carters.
Oh Jesus! He's going to come back and go. That is not going to buff out, guys. So we're going to
Speaking of
skin on that.
We got. This will be interesting. They got Dado only 2 seconds, so Dado's catching him here.
Yep.
Speaking of one speed racer, he's now joined the conversation on the stream. So hello,
Nice.
Speed.
Hey, Speed.
We won't bag you out
Welcome.
as much as we can because now you're
Senor
here.
Speedo.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a change of position in not too distant future for third.
That's it. But he's done reasonably well. You have to say, whole session.
Well, he's held third the whole way, so
That's it.
he started in third and he's still in third, and Dado actually started in fourth. So
That's it. So they're
Dado
doing
will
well.
be pleased if he can make that position up.
Hello, Speed.
So 30 litres. It's I don't think he's going to have
enough.
a splash and dash
Yeah,
anyway.
he's going to
Gecko,
fall
isn't he?
short.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. Got
Gecko.
Gecko.
Yeah, he's going to have to splash and dash.
He's also going to get a bloody polish job on that
You'd have-
bloody car. It's terrible. How can he see? He's
You
got no
go to
lights
Dado.
on.
Well, there's
Yeah,
enough
Dado,
lights
we'll
around the
just see
track.
how far
In theory, you
behind
could do it.
Gear is. Gear's at 22nd, so Gear's probably got enough fuel anyway. So Gear will probably maybe leapfrog to fourth.
As long as he doesn't put it in the wall again.
He's
What
basically
speed
on
is
the way to the wall,
got
actually.
Gecko
And
getting
then
out of his
Jetto.
car, actually?
Look, oh, this is on between Gear and Jetto too.
55, 52, 51. Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah, he should be right.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
Gecko's
6,
car.
50. Oh, what's going on here? That sound a bit... Oh, it's the other car.
God Gecko's car is down on speed.
What I'm looking at here, though, is Sato's just done a 135.5. 135.6. Sato's
And,
done a
SSHADZZ.
38.7. I mean, Sato's either absolutely punching the guts out of it.
All the tyres, he didn't change tyres and tyres again, not happy, and was getting caught in traffic. Lloyd is saying you need about
Sato's
37 litres with 20 minutes remaining.
Fine.
37 litres, is that what you need?
That's what Lloyd is saying. You need 37 litres with 20 minutes left. So we'll see who has that much amount of fuel by the end, so by the 20-minute mark.
And for those who are listening, Lloydie is like the Rain Man when it comes to fuel. He just calculates, doesn't even use his fingers or toes. He just absolutely nails the number.
Isn't it his eyebrows
it's
is a
his,
sentient being,
eyebrows.
and
Yeah.
it tells
That's
him
what I'm thinking.
telepathically what
When
has to
he's
happen?
calculating, his eyebrows fluctuate. They're like, beep, 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 and he's just like, yeah, 37 litres, whatever you need. I mean, this guy is,
Definitely.
yeah. I don't know why
Unbelievable.
NASA
Gecko's
haven't employed him yet.
Gecko's
I
in for the
mean,
pits.
he's amazing. Yep. Goes in the pits.
So Gecko's taking that time. I wonder if he'd be changing, getting damage repaired, I'd say, as well. He'd be crazy not to.
They're going like, do you need underpants as well? He's
Huh?
like, no, I'm not gear gaming. I don't need underpants. I'm okay. And so he's off. He's got enough fuel. Here we
They
go.
should they should all be still not gripped up really well for the third session after our time compression comes in, which will be all published roughly an hour or so, maybe half an hour after the race.
Well, this is the only thing I'm thinking about right now is that and look, Sato and Speed are, yeah, of course, always. Sato and Sato and SSHADZZ have come back on the timing, but what the compression time though, Neil? What's the what, you know, if we're talking about 10 seconds, what does that look like, you know, for the front runners?
2-3 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds. You're probably looking around about 5 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so 30 seconds behind the leader. You're looking at the compressor back down about 12 seconds.
Yep.
And if you look about a minute, you're around about 20 seconds.
You and Jetta are pretty close to each other.
So yeah, it keeps the racing very interesting between sessions and keeps everyone coming back for more. Ooh, an Aussie. I mean Gecko. What's it all Gear 3 Gaming. That's not something that Darky wants to see. Going through the bus stop.
No, I think...
But luckily kept it off the wall.
I think his tyres are toast. I don't reckon he changed tyres and he's trying to triple stint to save time.
Who's that?
Well, obviously that's going to have to be a little team debrief, so you know, for the morning session there, Darky.
Oh, I already know what I'm doing for my pit stop strategy, so...
Do you want to talk us through it, or...?
No.
Yeah, just talk us through it, mate. What happens?
Well, I'm going to come and do pit. Magic.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Go.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah, okay.
So keeping an eye on
Not too sure about this number 43 RGR Sports baked beans and coming into the pits. It's just not on, I don't think.
Baked beans, Heinz and spaghetti.
Well, I think it's it puts the crew at a an awkward position. I mean, I haven't seen.
Definitely.
I haven't seen. I've watched a fair bit of racing, you know, over the last few years.
You just don't want.
When's the last time you saw an
coming in there,
underpants change in the pits? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be balaclava
want,
gate all over again, but reverse.
Oh.
You just don't want to see Lloydie coming in here and sort of saying, "Oh, is that hair gel? Hair gel."
It's
Especially
eyebrow gel.
Just coming to the pits there, you know. Terrible.
Here we go. We're
getting close to
Gaz 112. Oh, we've got who have we got in the pits here? The Nürburgring.
He's in. So this is maybe for some damage. Or we were mentioning that maybe with fuel as well, but he's in there for a bit.
Might just tap the wall somewhere.
I have a sneaking suspicion SSHADZZ is just holding position at the moment. As well.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to...
I think he's just sticking within a range to say, well, we're going to finish this way. We'll start this way. I don't need to go too crazy.
Yes, Lloyd Jetta is doing a good job in fourth.
Great job.
Very consistent actually.
Doing a great job.
Where did their car start? It was a little bit further down, wasn't it?
No, Jetto started. Actually, they started 7th.
Yeah. So they've moved their way forward, so it's good.
They've done a great job actually, even with that paint job.
They had to wait minute 14 before they could get going into the race in this session. So
That's it. Now let's check the chat to see what we're getting from the comments here. Lockie 55555 says, one hell of a Dutch oven in that car. Feel bad for Darky. Well, guess what, Lockie? I'm Dutch. I'll deal with it.
That's right.
Checkmate on that one.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Can't Dutch oven the Dutch.
Your move, Lock Dog.
That's right. Anyway, at least he's keeping it on the road through there.
Correctly. Right, so I think the time has had a hissy fit with the GTE cars. So don't know why, mate. So we can't understand why the corresponding times between each other is crapping out, basically. Yeah, it's a bit out.
How about why there's that question? Why don't we go through the... there's a bit of a battle going on right here, so we might just stay here with Gear.
Well, we've reached
we can get back to Jetto.
Well, we've reached the 20-minute mark, so if Lloyd's calculation is correct, everyone to make it to the end here will need 37 litres, so in LMP2.
Well, let's go through them.
All right.
They should be right. We got Gear, he's right. SSHADZZ's right. SSHADZZ is okay. So is Daddo's. They look like they're all in a good position with their fuel.
In the window to make it in.
GTE, how are they going to
Freight
go?
trainers. So here we go. They'll be right. At the moment, they'll be close, but I think they should be all. Not too sure about Highlander there. And Hyperjuice. So you got RSJ what in fourth there. He's 11 seconds off Hyperjuice. Yeah, definitely. It looks like Highlander. Was Highlander only on 20 odd litres of fuel?
28,
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to pit. Yeah, he's been pushing a bit harder than all the others. Trying to chase down Freight Trainer.
So Freight Train's done exceptionally well. How long has he been in the lead now for?
Here we
He's
go.
been there
Look
for
at this.
Pretty much all since the pit stops, I think.
Yeah.
Because he came in, he leapfrogged, he took the lead from the pit stop.
Here we go. Gear's going to throw it down the inside, I reckon. He's had a gutful. Literally a big. Oh, jeez.
Jeez, this is getting serious.
These guys are not mucking around.
Well, Jetto's got every right to keep that inside
Bloody
line.
oath. And who's going behind them? Nürburgring.
Yeah, he'd be a lap down though, wouldn't he, I think?
Throw it
he's
up
a
there
lap
anyway.
down. Yeah, may as well.
Yeah.
Trying to unlap himself.
Yeah. Get out of my way. This will be good. This is the battle at the moment. Here through game. He's always got pace. He just needs to string it all together.
He just needs
has it in
patience.
spurts.
He just needs
He has
patience.
it in
He just
spurts.
He
Yeah.
does, yeah. But he's got a good mentor though, Darky, and yourself.
yeah.
I mean, he's taken on the bloody the adult Viper, and that's really. I think that's probably changed his approach to focusing on it needs to.
I think it's changed him mentally.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot better than where.
He's scarred.
It's a lot better than having to like shit all up your back, halfway through the race. So that
like
helps.
a newborn baby.
Yeah.
There we
Explosive
go. He's
diarrhea.
taking the outside early.
This could be explosive. Let's see how we get to the first turn one.
You think if they're getting
He's
out
got
of
it- he's
this,
got it up
one of-
high, I
one
don't
of-
know why.
One of them will back out of
Oh, why does he do that?
Jesus.
What's he doing?
He's basically shit his pants then. Oh, this is... Come on, keep it straight.
I think he'll be enjoying this gear.
I bet you what.
Jed,
I'll tell
Maybe
you
a
what,
bit
I
too
reckon he's
much.
going. I hope they're not watching me. Oh, he's flashing lights now.
Oh.
Aggro. Oof. FYI, he does not give a fran.
it. If it's getting this
because,
aggro, it'll be literally worth for one of them to go, I'm backing out.
This is going to be great. Let's keep it on this,
I think
guys.
you need to get on the two-way radio there, Darky, and let Gear know to just to back it off, mate.
I hope he isn't flashing because he went in the fence. Like, hey, because there was nothing in that.
Nah, that was
That's
his fault.
He went from the inside to the outside and weaving everywhere. And the cars are going motoring through there. You don't want to be weaving too much.
You can't be weaving at that speed. That's crazy.
Like,
No,
low
well that's how
downforce
he had the
anything like
crash
that.
in the previous session because of that. So
Oh shit.
we've got under 15 minutes remaining here.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be around about that 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's it.
Guys are really wanting some sleep tonight.
That's it. I wonder how the guys are going now. They probably see the clock's down at under 15 minutes remaining. Like I'm almost to the end here. This session is almost done. They'll nearly be spent. So
Yeah, they'll be fine, and it's just getting that last little bit out of them. And maybe you get that little cramp in your leg.
that's it.
It's just here he goes again. Jetto's doing the right thing, just holding his line down the inside.
He needs to be
Ooh.
careful here because if he's he should be going fuel if he's in the
He
drive
seems
too much.
faster though. He seems a bit faster.
He's also going to
Gear,
be
he's definitely faster.
You also got to be careful if he's in the drive too much. He's going to suck down too much fuel here, and all of a sudden could be short by the end if he's not paying attention too much. There's a couple.
I think he'll be okay, but
a couple extra kilometers can, a couple of hundred more RPM, and these things will just suck the fuel out. So. I think there was a
he's going in
GT
deep,
battle.
though, isn't he? You can see that. You can see how deep he was going on that corner. We might stay with this guy for a bit.
Oh, it's the most, it's entertaining this for the last part of this 2-hour session. They're still at it. Battle for 5th. Battle for 4th, I should say.
None of the GTE cars are really close to themselves either right now.
And the way that's going here, if Jetto's keeping him at bay gear through game, it looks like Gecko's slowly catching onto the back of gear as well.
Yeah, there could be a three-way fight there, and they'll make it very interesting. With just under 13 minutes remaining.
Oh, looks like he's got him. This could get nasty. Gear did this in the first race. Oh, that's unfair. He did that. Didn't he? He did that to someone in the first race, to Nürburger, I think. Put Nürburger in the pits.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear.
He's not having a good time through there. He's got to learn that these cars aren't the stablest thing through the corners to be weaving like he was doing. He did have the inside. He did try and go down the inside, and
Same mistake again. He shouldn't have
That's
done
disappointing.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
it. No, he has to come to pit. He should come to pit lane straight away. He wouldn't continue on. And they both
But, that's
continued on.
given,
Oh, he's tried again. That's just amateur. That's just amateur.
that's given Gecko a
Free kick.
leg up. And
Yep.
Gecko's now in 4th again.
Yep. Now these
So
two are
he'd be
going to
happy with
have
that.
these two are going to have to pitch, but they should have just pitted straight away then. Now they're going to lose so much time on this lap. That was very amateur.
Anyway, they'll hopefully learn from that. He's done it two sessions in a row. You'd hopefully learn, but we'll soon see.
Yeah, that's
Times
disappointing.
where, like I was sort of like what we were sort of saying, and even Darky, his teammate, was mentioning that someone just when it gets aggro like that, so it's probably wise just someone to back off, you know.
And that's it. It's a long race. You're not going to. You can't win the
It's a
race in
long
this
race.
session, but you can
Yeah,
lose
was
more
it?
time
No.
now. So this is going to drop him a lap, unless his car's not that damaged. But how far back is he behind the leader now?
Well, there's another
Well,
6
they're already
hours to
lapped down.
race, you know. Like,
Yeah, it's already
there's-
lap down, but is the potential of going a second lap down close? Look how far away is Shadow now.
But 2 laps down, and you're going to find yourself only roughly about 45, 47, you know, in between 40, 45 seconds
Yeah, well,
off the
that-
lead with the compression.
Yeah, but with 10 minutes remaining, if he goes down another lap, he's going to be even further back. So
Hey, Darky, are you racing the last 2 sessions?
yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. That'll be a hell of a battle, that last session. Last couple
So
sessions.
between, I think between all the 3 of these guys with Aussie Carters and
He's
Ghetto.
kept going. He's kept going.
Nah, silly.
The car's struggling.
Yeah, all right. Well, maybe we have a look at something else now. Let's go down to have a look at. Oh, we'll look at Dado there. He's so he's a lap down too, isn't he? From SSHADZZ being 2 minutes down
Yeah.
behind.
Gear's straight line speed isn't that bad actually. It's down, but it's not that bad. Well, I noticed just then. So
And
Just needs to be
hats off
cleared.
to Sato for this session. He's
Yeah,
been
great drive.
very good. He
Absolutely.
only had the one little mistake, which didn't cost him at all. He just ran a bit wide, and that's other than that, he's been spot on.
Who's he capping up on here? Who's this?
That would be Nürburger, I think.
well, Triple's joined the chat, basically saying that if gear stays out for too long, the engine temps could be rising already. So and so
That's
did
a very
Gero,
good
but
point, Triple.
We'll see what happens here. Because the engine temps will be around about the
Yeah.
110 mark, but we can see that if we go back to them in the engine temps.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, very good idea. Here.
Yeah, 113.
Nah, it's still fine. When it starts showing about 120, then we're in trouble.
Well, it's climbing. 113 is 114 now.
Yeah, they'll fluctuate a bit, but we'll have to wait and see if it goes
Look
up
at the steering
and down.
angle on it. The steering angle is way off.
Oh, yeah, it's dropping a bit when they down the straight, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lockie's
that's
saying Jake's going to have enough
94.
fuel to make to the end.
Yeah, he'll be right. Oh, he's saying here, watch Dado come through. Oh, there goes Dado. Holding it very, very up near the wall there, Dado. So Highlander, I'm pretty sure that he's going to have to pit. Was he? Can we have a look at his fuel again? Highlander.
Or Highlander, yep, absolutely.
Just 14. Yeah, don't think he's going to have to have a splash and dash. I don't think he's going to make that.
So
What about the other
Hyper.
GTE cars?
Hyperjuicer's going to have to pit.
RSJ will be okay.
RSJ, see, that's why they're a little bit back because they've been conserving
Yes.
a little bit.
And Metal Drive.
Oh yeah, he'll be
A couple
right.
of positions
Yes.
here, yep. Freight the
So
same.
his fuel strategies has come into
Starting to play
here.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So Freight's going to be close. He might be just right. You're going to be close. You'd have to do an extra lap, like depending where Sado is. If he comes through with only a couple of seconds to go and have to do another lap, I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
That's it.
It was unfortunate between Gear and Jetto because that was going to be a really good
Yeah.
lap at the end.
That's
we
it.
Had
He's in
Gecko
the
catching them as well.
He's in the pits.
Yeah. So obviously he's got too much room. He should have pitted straight away when he crashed.
Yep, absolutely agree.
But
These
yeah,
are
that's
the
patience.
lesson learned, aren't they?
That's it. Sometimes you have to be
He's
more
gonna,
patient.
Play in the hands of Nürburger here. Oh, well,
Yeah. So Gear's going to drop
gonna
right
come
down to the end
close.
here. And up to the
credit to Nürburger. He's had a race on his own. He had a bit of misfortunes. He's been up and down and just keeps circulating and looks like he's going to gain a position maybe at the death of this session.
That's
He might
it.
need to change that gamer tag though, because Nürburger and Turdburger they're very close. He needs to be careful with that.
And Furburger.
And for, yeah, well, you know, I'm sure he's better than that. So,
The funny thing is we're probably pronouncing it wrong actually. So what's on the
you
menu?
think there's a French version of it, do you? Like a French, like a
Reburger.
I want the Nürburger.
All right. Well, we're going to
Let's
play
see.
with about 5 minutes remain. We're going to play What is Ducky eating tonight? Everyone's favourite game. What is Ducky? What is Ducky
Yeah.
eating tonight?
I'm pretty gonna say it's Doritos.
No, we're switching up to another product. So here's the packet.
He's hit the wall on the way out. Oh no!
Here's the
He's hit
packet
the
sound.
wall he's hit the wall on the bloody exit of the pits. That is. Oh no!
They have to be. They're not Deli Rock or something, are they?
No chips this packet.
No.
There's not chips this packet.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Are they nuts?
I think Darky likes nuts.
He does like the nuts.
The salty
Big round.
ones too.
The big chocolate salty ones.
Oh. Oh yeah. Hilarious.
Hello, my name's Barry Manilow. Would you like some nuts?
Okay, so where are we now in the scheme of things here? We're looking at
Apparently we
We're
can
the
have a
Highlander at the
suggestion for Gears to change his gamer tag now is the brick.
Or shit pants, whichever one you like.
And Gear has a penalty as well.
So it'd be interesting to find out here. I think Highlander is going to be able to just squeeze this and get it in. So you must have been on a lot of fuel conservative mode. He hasn't dropped much from a freight trainer, so
The reason why Gear's nickname is going to be called the brick is because he's always in the wall.
Oh, that or
another brick.
shit brick.
Another brick in the wall.
Hilarious.
Maybe we should get the special ANZCRL Combined Racing League, the Brick Award.
Yeah. There's some ideas. So what are we, 72 laps? So we've done a very good...
Very funny,
full
right? So
session. I was just going to pull up and just quickly find out how many laps we did in the dry last year.
what, for session 2 or 3 was that? Would have been wins.
Yeah.
I think it was like 60 something. I don't think we got that many.
We're definitely a lot faster than what we've ever been before.
That's it. The chat is having a debate on what new nickname is going to be called right now. Our potential nicknames is Kvyat, Maldonado, or the Torpedo.
I still like Shipwreck. I think that's a good one. It combines the baked beans and the wall. So
Shite brick.
Shipwreck. It's got legs. I think it's got legs.
Because it literally got up and walked out. Alright, under 3 minutes remaining. Here we go.
Here we go. Who's in front? Sado.
Sado, the big gap.
Sado, and
over
having a
17
bloody
seconds.
run.
So SSHADZZ has been broken in this session.
That's it.
The two-time champion.
You know what though? We're halfway through. Be careful. I would be my message. I think that
Very funny, Lockie.
Loft finish is definitely very capable of continuing on his good form.
That's it. I say Sado has
Absolutely.
actually gained so much time in this session. He pulled back the 14-second deficit in that pit stop, so now he's leading over by 17 seconds. That's a big swinging time.
it is a big swing of time.
That's a
Absolutely.
30-second swing. So
Especially after that first pit stop lost so much time as well.
yeah, exactly. That's what I said. There's a 30-second
Yeah.
swing here in this one race. So
The one thing I will say
Done
is
a
that
terrific job.
bloody SSHADZZ, I tied him up this morning, bloody doing a lot of V8 testing for some tracks, and he was whinging to me, or not whinging, but he was saying, I've got to do some tyre testing. I've got to do some tyre testing ready to go for Project CARS2. I said, don't worry about it. Be fine. We're going to sort this bloody other track out. and I look, I'll tell you what, the deficit might be on my shoulders. But,
You could be the man to blame.
yeah. Well, wouldn't be the first time.
just a reminder
you
to
know-
any new people watching the stream, you can find our group on Facebook, ANZCRL Combined Racing League. Come and join us if you're an Australian or a Kiwi. Look for us there. We also have the website, ANZCRL.
Yeah, come along and join the guys. They're bloody great group of guys, and good, fair, safe races as well. You know,
So,
nobody's
yeah,
trying to
this-
punt each other off.
Yep, this
In
we're
the
playing.
Gear 3 game, now known as another brick, or what's it
That's
going to
it.
be called? Brickhead?
Shipwrecked.
Shit brick.
Sharp right.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah.
Maybe we should give him some what was it, flex tape.
Soiled nappy.
Under a minute now to go. Should be coming up to the end here.
We've got 13 seconds. Where's Sado located on the track? 10
He-
seconds to go.
He is coming around. He's going to do
It's
another
coming-
lap.
Yeah,
Ooh, no.
No, this will be it.
No, this will be it.
this will be it. He's
That's
coming to
it.
the bus stop. So this will be the last lap. So I'm sure a lot of the GTE guys are going to be thankful this is going to be the last lap, because they've been struggling with or been looking after their fuel, hoping they didn't have to do a splash and dash. And Sado is taking the session 2 in the number 3 JP Sim Shed.
Ligier Nissan.
Ligier, Nissan. So congratulations to them and Lockie 55. So they get the front row of the restart in 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's it. They get the chocolate cake for now.
Yeah. It's a good way to go to sleep knowing that you're at the pointy under the grid.
That's it. And he's
Leading
out,
car.
and he's pulled out a bit of a gap, so he's going to have a slightly bigger gap in the morning, so that's going to be good. Well done to Dado.
Yeah.
coming home in
Yeah,
third.
good results. Well on Sado, Shads and Dado. That's a cracker. And
Pretty
also,
what about Freight Trainer?
Oh, there's a Ford GT in the background. Did you see that? That was all got it all wrong
I
when
did
Sato
see that
crossed the
earlier.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was RSJ actually.
So where's Freight? Here he comes. He's going to take the checkered. So that's a good result
that's a
for Freight.
great result. Yeah. Hyper's in the pits.
Out of fuel.
For fuel.
On the last lap, literally to cross the line, but he couldn't make it across the line.
That's just crazy. So he must have... Surely he could have crossed the line.
Unless he was already empty, he's like, I need to make it to pit lane.
There's no one working on the car.
He must have ran
weird.
out of fuel then.
There we go.
Unless
He never made his pit bay. There's no pit crew. He's run out of fuel.
Oh no.
The engine's dead stick.
There we
He's
go.
got no RPM. He's fallen short. So he's gonna count a DNF here. So you might want to take mark of his positioning.
I've got it all here. So who was it again? Hyperjuice?
Yeah. Fallen short.
Got him here. They got it here that he finished.
Unless his pit base past the line. But
shit. Shad's got a 17-second penalty.
Whoa.
38 seconds.
Yeah, so that might have been even.
That's interesting for Shads.
Bus stop or.
Yeah, that's a big penalty. He must have come into pit lane a bit faster, I reckon.
No, when he came into 10 seconds, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's coming too fast. 10 seconds, but then he's gained 7 seconds out there. So he's gained a 2 second, then he's hit another penalty, and it's probably given him another 2 seconds. He's gone out there and copped a 3 second penalty. So
wow.
So that's unnatural for him to cop penalties. So.
Yeah, well, I thought that with the last pit stop, he came in really hot. He was still on the red anchors after the pit lane. So I reckon he got that 10-second coming in.
So
and we've got Gear 3 Gaming. He probably came in too hot. That might have been actually when he had that accident. Because he might have... Oh, he actually wasn't in the pits.
No, he came in too fast.
So wouldn't have...
So, Squid, you want to give us run through the results here?
Well, I mean, the thing is, for Shads to come in and join back on like that, that's amazing sort of results as well. And Sado as well, that's a great result. So, well done. 134.8.
So we'll go through. We've got Sado taking it out. That's session 2. So the halfway point, 3 o'clock in the morning, AM. So he's done that in front of SSHADZZ. And then after that, we've got Dado Racer with Colonel Lloyd. And we've got Gecko and Aussie Carters in 4th. And then we followed with Jetto and Night Pegasus, which had a good run, 5th. They started that session last, so they've done a good job. Gear 3 Gaming and Dark Racing in 6th, and Nürburger doing it all solo. He's in 7th. And then we go to the GTEs, and Freight Trainer, who did a tremendous job to, I think he came from 5th to 1st in that session. So in the number 91 Porsche Racing, and then we got Highlander and Simo Racing and Timmy 82, they're 2nd. And then we're followed by Hyperjuice in 3rd with Magic Hand. And then RSJ 37 and Right Sower is in 4th. They dropped a spot. They started 3rd in that session. And then Gas 1112 and Par 0666 has finished in 5th. And Metal Drive 05 has dropped from 1st to 6th to last in class.
I'm actually surprised that Freight was able to lap everyone in GT class, actually. I'm a little bit surprised by that.
Only just. Highlander was 9 seconds behind Shad, so yeah, he only just held in front of Freight Trainer. I mean, of Shad, so pretty close. Yeah.
Lockie in the comments basically said he reckons Hyperjuice ran out of fuel, but just crossed the line and couldn't make it to his pit bay. So that's why his car looked funny.
Brought back. Yeah.
No, he crossed the line, but was in pit lane, so the car had no fuel, couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right. Anyway, that'll wrap it up tonight. So,
so what time are we streaming tomorrow morning?
9 o'clock, just before 9, about 10 to 9.
Yeah, Victorian, New South Wales
Victorian time.
That's it.
definitely. And thanks for Squid for joining in and helping us with the cameras.
That's
You've
it.
done a good job. And
Oh, my
Who's gonna
pleasure,
be-
guys.
who's gonna be our
a
commentators
privilege to
for
have
tomorrow?
be involved.
the commentators tomorrow will be Sato and Fish, I think. Oh no, not Fish. Sato's doing it. I can't find it. I've got to find it on the group. So I think it's SSHADZZ. That's it. It's Sato and SSHADZZ. So they can talk about their battle that they had tonight. So that'll be an interesting stream to watch. So I'm sure they'll give you some insights about their battles that they had throughout this 2-hour session. All right, guys. Time to sign off.
See you, boys.
Thank you. See you later.